Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Slim Shady. You know me as the man who does not pull a punch. I love boxing, and when I'm watching boxing, I always check in first with Fight Net Radio.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, Miguel Antonio Barragan. Please join us on our social media sites and our website as well. Go to boxingtonight.io. You can follow us on Facebook at Fight Net Radio. You don't need the dots in between the letters anymore. Lee fixed it. We're also on Twitter, multiples on Instagram, and more importantly, check out our YouTube channel. If you listen to the audio, go check out the video. If you watch video pieces, go check out the entire show, which is shot just like this, not cut up. And you can see all the behind the scenes stuff that the audio people get, or audio people, you can watch the video, whatever the case may be. And as always, as Miguel would like me to point out for his BFFs, smash, like, subscribe. David Benavidez, the guy that everybody's quote-unquote ducking. This fight is 100% personal with Plant, and I'm going to put a beating on him worse than Canelo. All right, you got my attention. Let's see your quotes. This fight, for me, is 100% personal with Caleb Plant. Well, we read that in the title. I'm really looking to go in there and beat the shit out of him. I like that. It's direct. No mincing words. That's all you got out of him. Oh, wait. My plan is to go out there and do what I know I can do to Caleb Plant. And that's going to be put a beating on him worse than Canelo. Well, okay. Where do we begin with this, Andrew? Does Benavidez deserve to be in the topic? I already know he's going to put a beating on Plant because, well, we've been saying it forever. Plant is a PBC manufactured product. He's not a real champion, and he doesn't accept it. He thinks he actually deserves to be here. If you deserve to be here, son, go beat Benavidez and show up to the dance. But so far, he's never beat a real contender in his weight class. What about Benavidez? When we talk about these light heavyweights,
there's a disgusting stat on Plant, Benavidez, and Charlo, Jermall. The
A Charlo.
Not Jermall,
just
but
say
Jermall.
A Charlo. It's much
the bigger
easier
one.
that way. Yeah. All right.
They had been champions, I want to say, for like 2 or 3 years, yet had never faced each other or faced another champion. So you can really say all of them are unproven. All three of those guys that have been, saying Canelo's ducking them, which Plant got the fight, then got knocked out. They've all are unproven. They're all manufactured champions. When you went years without trying to become unified or face an ex-champ, that's pathetic. It really is. The PBC, what they did to the super middleweight division, it's just sad. And even the junior middleweight division, the only thing that saves them is that at least their stable had all the belts and they were able to bring that together. The guys finally fought each other, but how they blocked out, like say a Munguia or blocked out a Crawford from trying to be undisputed is just sad. And they did it at an epic level with the Benavidez, Plant, and Charlo up here. So no, I don't really think any of them deserve it. I know they're going to get it. I know Mike Tyson said Benavidez's name, so now everyone fucking knows Benavidez like he's someone. I get how how they manipulate with the media, how they can get fighters into position. I'm dead serious. Spence never deserved the ranking that he got, but with the media and these casual ass PBC fans, they're able to turn nobodies into somebodies without a fight ever being made. It's kind of one of his gems that he's been able to create with PBC. Now, it hasn't made them Floyd Mayweather money, but it's kept them all with their diamonds and their horses and their Lamborghinis, so they're all happy.
I thought you were going to say whore. I really thought you were going to say whores, not horses. I as the words came out of your mouth, the smile that was rolling across my face. By the way, audio people, that's the chance for you to go watch the video. You could see the smile happen on my face, and he said, horses. Oh, yeah, horses. Horses. Yeah, those two. Horse is much funnier comedically. Miguel, Miguel, Benavidez versus Plant. We all know the outcome of this fight because, well, Plant's not he's not an elite level fighter. He just can't accept it. And somehow whatever's going on in his brain. I guess you have to believe the hype that you want to be at that level. First of all, Benavidez, is he a player? Second of all, will he beat the shit? And does it even rate on your Chubb meter?
Well, here's the thing. Of the two, between Benavidez and Plant, Benavidez is the more legit guy, in my opinion. So yes, I do anticipate him whooping the living shit out of fucking Plant. But if this is what I've noticed when the fights become quote unquote personal, either the guys go in there and just go, fucking toe to toe to try to whoop the other guy's ass because it's so quote unquote personal, or they go in there with this attitude of like, God, I would hate it if I lose to this guy, and put on one of the fucking boring, like no risk taking performances ever, and we get ourselves a major stink fest. So chances are that's not going to happen. And I like Benavidez. I'm a fan of Benavidez. To point out what Andrew was saying earlier about these PBC dudes basically winning belts and not fighting any other champions and whatnot, Benavidez basically did this twice. He wins the WBC belt, loses it on the scale, or loses it because he tested positive for some substance, and then wins it again against somebody else. This motherfucker did it twice. And it sucks for me to say because I'm a fucking fan of Benavidez, but I think he's the real deal. He just hasn't been put up against guys that he can prove it up against yet. And it's of course by design. It's not by accident. Heyman knows what the fuck he's doing. So once we see him fight somebody like Plant, granted Plant isn't up there necessarily, but technically he's a former champion, only has one loss on his record, and he's somewhat of a name. He's recognizable because that's pretty much what our culture is, right? We make somebody's out of nobodies, right? That's just how it is with social media and shit like that. And PBC is doing that to the max with their fighters. That's just how it fucking is. So Plant does have some name recognition, and if Benavidez is going here and win spectacularly, then we're going to be talking about him a lot more. So I think he's the more legit of the two. I do think he's going to come in here and put an ass whooping, and let's hope that it measures on Chubb meter, because knowing how Plant fights, how he avoids a lot of exchanges, and how he backpedals quite a bit. Yes, he does a pretty good job of like circling and jabbing the shit out of you from the outside, which he has done, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that against Benavidez, at least not in the second half of the fight. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I do want to see it. I'm hoping Benavidez comes out with the victory and he can fight other top dudes at some fucking point, like literally immediately after that. Whether or not it's going to happen, of course, we are talking about BBC here, so I'm not going to hold my breath. But nonetheless, yes, of the two, Benavidez is more legit, and I'm anticipating he's going to go in there and smoke Plant. Oh, that was that. I didn't even mean to say that, and I said it. He's going to smoke Plant. Wow. All right.
There you go. Moving forward.